It's playing. Yeah, yeah. Well, good morning and good morning and good morning. All right. Hey, this is the end of second week. Is it the second week or third week? I forget now. You know, when you're having so much fun in your companies, in your businesses, and dealing with a lot of people all around you, up and down. This is Vinney Chopra and my partner, Beau Eckstein, with the Vinney and Beau show. We come live to you every Friday at 9:30 Pacific, 12:30 Eastern. I hope you put the notifications on your Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn or any of the groups that we are broadcasting live right now in 7 different channels. And it's an interactive show, which is to take your business to the next level in real estate, commercial real estate, and also in loans. I mean, Beau is the top professional, my co-host, who is able to give great loans. As a matter of fact, a lot of you who have been following me, if you remember, I told you $8.5 million loan in 15-day close on a multifamily. I mean, that is the kind of speed Beau works with. And I've been doing syndications not all my life, but 14, 15 years now, and raised a lot of money, 150 million, and bought about 441 million, close to $500 million. And our goal is to get to 2.5 billion with a B. So thank you for joining. We got a great guest today. We're going to talk about eQRP, checkbook control, how to really transfer your 401k and all the things. I don't know much about it, but we got a great our guest today. Beau, how are you, bud?
I'm doing well. Just 18 days on my diet and workout schedule, and drinking my cayenne pepper, lemon juice,
Wow.
and salt, and Himalayan salt.
Hey, I'm from India. Oh boy, I would love to visit Himalayas, right? Tej Singh went to the top, Everest, right in the Himalayas. So no, that's exciting, man. I would like to see how it tastes. I know virtually we can't toast it, you know, but no, that's exciting to see, Beau. I know you said your couple of weeks have gone really well. Well, today's 21st, so it's 3 weeks now. Sorry, I lose count. But the thing is, this has been a fabulous January. And let me go ahead and, introduce Justin. Hi, Justin. How are you?
Hey, Vinney and Beau. How are y'all?
Oh, my gosh. I need to tone down.
No, you're good. What I appreciate about you so much is just the joy you bring to everybody's lives. And, that smiles are contagious. And I know that you believe that. And you just, it permeates throughout the show, every show. So thank you so much.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Justin. Justin, I want to introduce him. He was born and raised in a small town, Alabama. And Justin had to learn from the young age what hard work and grit look like. Though neither of his parents or grandparents went to college, Justin gained an undergraduate degree from Samford and master's degree from Vanderbilt Nashville. Hold on. Hey, the old stomping ground, because in my previous life, I used to work for a company right off of Nashville. Throughout his career, from recruiting and headhunting to his current position of National Director of the eQRP company, he has had one goal, just one goal, to make a tangible, lasting difference in people's life. What a great goal. What a great goal. Justin, welcome to the show, bud.
Thank you, Vinney and Beau. I just think a lot of people come to the world with the mindset that the world owes us something. But no, we owe the world. And I think we owe the world everything. And it's our job to serve and our job to really change people's lives in a positive way. And Vinney and Beau, I know that you both do that, every single day in a tangible way. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to have you on the show. Please tell our audience, what is eQRP? And maybe even take us back, about your, growing up, and give us some flavor of it. Who is Justin?
Yeah, absolutely. So, growing up in a small town in Alabama, and neither one of my parents going to college, they had to go to work straight out of high school. And, it was quite, my parents had a tough upbringing, in the South, and they started out in Birmingham, Alabama. And then, not to be a downer, but my great uncle was a Birmingham policeman, and he was shot on Christmas Day. And so that cost, on Christmas Day, he took someone else's shift. He humbly took somebody else's shift so they could spend Christmas with their family. And he was shot and passed away. And that caused my parents to move to a very small town in Alabama, and to be raised in a small town in Alabama. And so my parents, we lived week to week, and we lived month to month, financially. And that inspired me and showed me what work ethic really means, and the value of the dollar, and how to have grit, and how to have perseverance, and how to bounce back. And so just growing up around my parents, who are my heroes, was pretty amazing for me to just teach me lessons, life lessons about work ethic and just bouncing back. So that led me to, go to college, and led me to, I was a soccer player my whole life, and played soccer for 20 years. So, that dedication there was ingrained in me. My dad, he always said, once you commit to something, you never, ever, ever back out. And so it was, I never missed a practice, and just that kind of grit that they instilled in me led to, a great university in Sanford for my undergrad, and then a great university in Vanderbilt, your old stomping grounds, in Nashville. I love Nashville. The food is amazing. Did you like it when you were there?
Oh my gosh. For 40 years, literally for 40 years, I've been going to Nashville, not lately, because I retired from the company in 2015. Actually, I gave up because of something happening in our family, 2012 or 13, but I retired fully. So for 40 years, I used to go there. Yeah.
I love Nashville. I would go to every concert I could at the Ryman Auditorium, just because it was such an amazing venue. So I loved it. So that led me to the eQRP. And the reason why I'm national director for eQRP is because, it's our goal here at this company to provide people with financial freedom. And I know, Vinney, that's your goal as well. I know, Beau, that's your goal as well. We want to provide people with financial freedom. Is that, you can see under my bio, that's breaking financial shackles.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me, Vinney, that millions of people are shackled to Wall Street. They have all of this money that is tied up in 401ks, IRAs, 403bs, 457s, you name it, and they're just kind of shackled to the roller coaster of Wall Street. Yeah. And in fact, there's so many other alternative investments they can make and make a much larger return. I know with assisted living returns are amazing. I know with multifamily, they're amazing. With self-storage, they're amazing. With gold, with crypto, the sky is the limit, Vinney. But what we're told our entire lives is leave your money in the stock market until you retire, and hope you get a 7% return every year. Yeah. And that is not the way we should live our lives. And so it's our goal as a company. What we do is we give our clients checkbook control, full control of their money in order to make, the investments that they want to make. So whether that looks like assisted living with you, or whether that looks like self-storage with, Dave Zook, or whether that looks like, cryptocurrency or physical gold, whatever it may look like, they can do it. but no one's ever told them that. And so it is my goal, on your show to just share with everybody, you can do it. You do not have to be stuck in Wall Street. I know that your financial advisor probably tells you have to be stuck in Wall Street because they're making a lot of money off of your money. But, I tell you what, there's a lot of money to be made outside of Wall Street in real estate, in multifamily and assisted living, you name it. And so I get it. Yes.
1000% right. I'm so glad people are interacting with us. Please let us know, everybody watching and listening, where you are from, give your name if you want to, and also ask some questions from our guest or from us about eQRP, how you can take checkbook control of your money. You're so right. What you're saying, Justin. I mean, $27 trillion are in the retirement funds, 27 or even more now. But the key thing is everything is stuck with the Vanguards. I'm not putting them down, Schwab's, and oh my God, I have my Fidelity, you name it. And I've all these accounts, by the way, but the thing is, you got to take control and invest into alternative investments, right?
Yeah. That's absolutely. And you bring up a good point. Those companies are great companies. They've been around forever.
Yes,
but totally. They don't give you freedom. You're not going to be able to call Fidelity and say, I want to buy Apple stock. They're going to say, do you want to be in your 20-year or 30-year retirement, mutual fund? It's not, you're not going to be able to do that. And so, a big differentiator between the eQRP and other plans is I wanted to talk about, the most common question that I get, if that's okay, Vinney. Most common question that we see is self-directed IRAs versus, kind of eQRP. And the reason why I get that question a lot is because we are so active in real estate and assisted living and self-storage and that kind of thing. So, self-directed IRAs are amazing for doing stocks, and they're amazing for doing non-leveraged deals. But self-directed IRAs and IRAs in general, the IRA tax code is terrible for doing leveraged investments. And what I mean by that is if you use debt, okay, or a loan, like Beau's the expert on this, if you use debt or a loan to secure a deal or secure real estate, or even in a syndication uses debt, then you're subject to what is called UDFI triggered UBIT tax. So that's unrelated business income tax. So if you had an investment, let's just take an investment, and you put down $20,000 in cash from your IRA and leveraged $80,000 of that, and it was a $100,000 investment, the profits that are made from that 80% leverage are taxed, and it can be taxed up to 37%. So we're talking about a $29,000 tax bill here, and that's going to go on that year's tax return. So when that property sells, and so we just want to, I think the IRAs are amazing for doing stocks and trades and those types of things. But anything involving leverage, you want to be in the 401 tax code, not in the IRA tax code, and that is why Damien and myself, that's why he created the eQRP, in order to give you that vehicle. You can still do stocks and bonds with eQRP, but to give you that vehicle in order to use leverage and keep all those profits, no taxes. So,
Wow.
So Justin, let's say, there's a lot of people out there that are W-2 employees, and they have their 401k or whatnot, retirement plans at work, and they're currently employed, so they can't really roll those over yet. However, if they have an additional business, they can set up something like what you're offering, correct?
Absolutely. And actually, with their current business, there's not a lot of good that's come out of the last year with coronavirus, right? But one of the things that has come out of coronavirus was the CARES Act, and also just companies being willing to give people access to their current 401ks. And so the CARES Act gave them abilities, and also with W-2 employees, we're seeing a lot more companies offer their employees what's called an in-service rollover, meaning they're still in to the company, but they can roll money out into their eQRP. You're absolutely correct, Bob.
So how would they, if somebody's listening down the road, how would they check on this? What's like, because a lot of people obviously aren't aware of this program. And so now they're like, well, I've got a couple $100,000 and I want to do something with it. What do they call their HR department and see if it's feasible to do this?
Yeah, so they can call us, and we can call their benefits provider for them, or they can call, talk to whoever their benefits provider is and ask for an in-service rollover option and see if they have that option. And if they do, then absolutely. But we've found that most people have old 401ks, they have IRAs, all this kind of thing that can just be rolled over into one bucket in the eQRP and then happy investing.
That's great. That's very informational, because I didn't know that they had the option to be able to do that, because a lot of people don't know that. So I guess that's what you do all day, is get the word out about what's available for people that do have retirement accounts, that there are options for them, that even if they're currently employed, they still might be able to roll this over.
Well, it's because that's how we've been trained, right? That's how we've been programmed to be robots to, okay, you get your job, you get your wife, you get your kids, you get your house with your little white picket fence, you get your 401k, you let the Wall Street kind of handle, your 401k for 30 years, and then you retire, and then you're left with, really, in today's world, Vinney and Beau, y'all know this with inflation, it's really not enough to survive on. If you live a good amount of time after you retire, to just leave in Wall Street for 30 years, it's really not enough. And the returns are 10x in real estate, and you're gonna have so much more to live freely. And listen, money doesn't drive me. I grew up with not a lot. Okay, and Vinney, I know your story as well. I didn't grow up with a lot, so money doesn't drive me. But what does drive me are my kids and my wife, and wanting to provide them with opportunities that I never had, and wanting them to be able to experience experiences that I never got to experience, and experience life to the fullest, Vinney, to smile every day, and to be able to,
smile, positivity.
That's right. Positivity brings profitability. Absolutely.
As positive as we can. I wrote that book. Then I also wrote this book over here, apartment syndication, commercial book. But the thing is, you're so right about it. Just now, let me kind of ask you. IRA is one place, right? Traditional IRA, Roth IRA, right? Then 401k. That is the profit sharing plan. Is that right?
Correct.
From the employer, and the employer can put dollar for dollar if you invest some money, and then they will also back up, right?
Correct.
Or from your pay, you could say, okay, so much percentage goes into my profit sharing account, and that's 401k.
Correct.
Or the employer might say, you don't have to contribute anything, but we're going to put from our profits X amount of money. So how is the rollover? That's what I want to ask you. How can we roll over that money?
Yeah. So it's super easy. We have a dedicated rollover team. That's all they do all day, is do rollovers and talk to custodians and talk to your Vanguards, your Fidelities, your Schwabs, and get the money rolled over into the eQRP. So really, as a part of an eQRP tribe and community, we take care of that for you. Mm-hmm. And so we call your benefits provider. We tell them you want to do a direct rollover into your new employee profit sharing plan, the eQRP, and we handle that for you. So we really try to white glove everything, because Vinney, I know that there's few things in life that keep on keeping on, and it's time, and we don't have a lot of it. And so we want to be good stewards of our clients' times, and so we do all that for our clients.
So true, so true, so true. And, I'm so glad, that, amen. Well, I know there are some comments coming through. I just wanted to put it. Beau, what do you think, buddy? So let me kind of take you, how long does it take? Mm-hmm. And so forth. And then when you say checkbook control, do we have to report to IRS? Can you kind of take us in the back side of it? Of the eQRP, huh?
Absolutely. So we work with haste. Okay. So a lot of people come to us with an impending UBIT tax bill from an IRA. They didn't know about, UBIT tax. They didn't know about it. So they didn't know that when the property sells, they're going to get hit with this UBIT tax bill. So we treat everybody like they're in that scenario. Mm-hmm. So we build your eQRP within 36 hours. We start working immediately.
3 days?
However long it takes. 36, really 2 days.
Oh my God.
Um,
Wow.
and then your money should be in your eQRP, rolled over into your eQRP account from our VIP onboarding team within 7 days. Okay. So that is our goal, our 7-day mark. That's the goal, 7 to 10 days. And the second part of your question, what was the second part?
Like IRS, how
Oh,
as
yes.
an
So
individual needs
that's
to
right.
notify them, or what are our implications and things like that.
Absolutely. So you're going to be investing from a retirement fund, a tax haven. So there are no taxes. So let's just say, Vinny, I want to invest 100K into your residential assisted living, right? I want to invest that, and then you, in 5 years, you're sending me cash flow. You're sending my eQRP cash flow. All that cash flow goes back into the eQRP, and then in 5 years, if you sell the property, big chunk of money that comes back, it goes straight into the eQRP. So it goes into a tax haven. So there are no taxes on the gains. There's no tax. You don't have to worry about capital gains tax. You don't have to worry about 1031 exchanges. You don't have to worry about any of that, because you are in a tax haven and everything grows tax free.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm learning so much. Thank you. Just let me kind of ask you a question. A lot of our followers, watchers, and who will be listening and watching it later on, they are business people. All right. So kind of take me through, for a doctor who is very, very successful practice, his own practice, how can they do, and how much is the limit that they could put into this thing? Or would it be through SEP, IRA? Or I'm trying to picture it, it's the profit sharing, but do owners also, share with me. I'm kind of confused.
It's a great question. We actually have a ton of physicians and surgeons and doctors that are clients. A ton, and because a lot of them, own their practice straight out, or a lot of them do a lot of 1099 contract work. So it's a great question. With your eQRP, you're able to contribute individually up to $19,500. But we build all of our plans to be profit sharing plan. And if you're the sole operator, then you can profit share it all with yourself. Okay, so
I'm doing it after this show, buddy. Let's talk.
So so you profit share up to $58,000. So so that's a lot of money, and it's a great opportunity for doctors to have a stream, and to actually, a lot of physicians these days do not want to be in the stock market. A lot of physicians these days want to be in real estate. They're seeing returns. They're hearing about returns. And so they want to get into these alternative investments. And so the eQRP sets them up to be able to contribute, up to 58K. And then, and all depending on their age, it could be more, but up to 58K. And then they're able to just, hey, Vinny, where do I write the check?
Awesome. Beau, what kind of questions you have, bud?
There's so many questions. Really, I mean, I've been looking at these type of vehicles for a long time, because I've been in real estate, and I've borrowed money from Vinny's retirement accounts before. I plan on borrowing a lot more from Vinny in the future, right? So you gotta have financial friends. You gotta learn these, and that's why we network with people like Justin, right? There's all these things out there for whoever's listening, that you need to get educated on these types of vehicles, right? And so I just appreciate listening to this every time, because it makes me reflect. I had a meeting, I think I told Justin about this a couple of days ago, that the guy is like a big buy and fix and flipper, but he didn't have a way to buy these small properties and turn them real quick. And it's like, you got to learn about self-directed vehicles. You got to learn, and that's why it's great to interview Justin, and just kind of like put it out there for people that are interested, that they can have set up meetings, and they can learn these kind of advantages, right? How to do things tax-free or tax deferred, right? So that's a good step. And I think having financial friends and knowing about these products, if you're a real estate investor, or even if you're just somebody who wants to grow your returns, learning about a vehicle like this it's crucial, right? Like, it's just, most people are just looking at the mainstream America. They don't even know that there are vehicles like this out there. So I think it's kind of our duty for the Vinney and Beau show is to motivate people, to bring on guests that can educate people on different options they have out there. And then whoever's listening, take the initiative to reach out, to figure out, hey, let me just learn more about this. Because when I originally learned about self-directed IRAs, I was able to tap into people that didn't know about it and bring in, people to talk about it, such as like Justin, educate people. And then those people are now, using their retirements to invest the way they want to invest. And whether that's in a syndication as an LP investor, or whether that's to flip a house, to lend money as a hard money lender. I mean, there's so many options to buy gold coins, to trade stocks. And so you're better off having a little bit of control, and that's what Justin's bringing to us. Just appreciate Justin being here.
Totally. And I want to say accolades because I've been working with Justin and Damien for about a couple of years now, and it's amazing. Our investors, we have always sent them to them, and they do great work, quality service, everything. And that's, coming from the heart. And I just had like investor within few days, they wired the money this morning. He just called me and so on. So, if anybody's looking for, guys, today's show is about eQRP. If you just joined us or you are watching us, eQRP is a great way for you to take control of your retirement plan, the 401k plan, rollover plan, and then you can get a free copy of, I'm just trying to bring it over here, right at this website, right there, https book.eqrp.co. I know it's a pretty big, the thing, but please go for it. Again, you will be really happy. A lot of my clients, we have 326 investors now, Justin. Not everybody knows about it, but I'm going to promote, because a lot of them don't know that they could use that rollover of their 401k and have a checkbook control. And what a great show. What more can you add to that, bud?
Yeah. Well, we don't know what we don't know, right? And so
I have a question when you get a chance.
Yes.
Go ahead, bud.
So this is a question that I don't have the answer to, but okay, hypothetically, Vinney has a syndication, and he's buying 310 units somewhere, okay, and then he does his private placement memorandum and so forth, and then he reaches out to his database of investors that have already invested with him to see if they're interested in investing. Is it kosher to be able to have your retirement account and also personal funds invested in the same syndication as a limited partner? I don't know if you have the legal answer, but I'm just wondering if there's possibility to do that in a way.
Oh, surely. Yeah. I think so. I've had that, Beau, by the way. I asked from my syndication attorney, SEC attorney, Gene Trowbridge. I love him. Kim Lisa Taylor, Damien, awesome. Nick McGrew, and my friend, Kelly and Clark Dugan, and then Amy Wan, and then Christine. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember, some of other people, but all of them, we could actually spend money as limited partner from cash or from retirement fund. And actually in our syndications, we combine the two in the sense for the limit. So if it's coming from the same family, and if 100,000 is the minimum, I just wanted to explain, if the eQRP is coming with 60,000 and 40 is coming from the cash, of course, 2 checks are written, right? The eQRP has to go into the retirement fund, and the cash flow for the cash has to go into the bank account, and they can spend it. But the cash flow cannot be spent from the retirement fund. Otherwise, it disqualifies. Is that right, Justin?
Correct. Yeah? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Money in, money out, same account.
You got it. Money in, money out, but you can actually, and anybody who's watching us, please do ask if you're investing with other syndicators, that they should be able to do it. Yeah, we do it, and we have been doing it, What other things you could share with the audience, and then how can people reach you, bud?
Yeah, absolutely. Really the thing I want to share with the audience the most is that there's more out there than what you know. And, whether it's through someone asked what the eQRP stood for, it's Enhanced Qualified Retirement Plan. And, if I could express one thing to you, is that there's just more out there to provide you with happiness and freedom. I don't feel like enough people, I know that there's not enough people in this world that have financial freedom. There's still people just stuck in the muck and stuck in the everyday, kind of rat race. And we want to get you out of that rat race. Yep. We want to get you to where you have financial freedom and you can provide your children and your wife and your husband, whoever it may be, with opportunities that you never thought was possible. And so that's what I want to leave you with, is that there's more out there, and the eQRP is an excellent vehicle for you to achieve financial freedom. If you want more information, you can email me, Justin, Justin, at E as in Echo, Q as in Quebec, R as in Romeo, P as in Paul, .co. So eqrp.co. That's Justin at eqrp.co. And if you want we have a white paper or Cliff Notes. When I was growing up is what they were called. If you want the Cliff Notes of our book, you can text the word eQRP to the number 72,000. So text the word eQRP to the number 72,000, and that will get you the special report, and it'll really break down everything for you. And Vinney and Beau, I just thank y'all so much for the honor and privilege to be here with you and just kind of spread joy with you. So.
Thank you. No, thank you so much. I hope anybody who joined us later on, please go back and watch it. This actually show is coming live in 7 channels, all through LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and then into many of the Facebook pages. Also, Vinney and Beau, both of us make it the same show into podcast also, which will be archived under our, channels. And please comment, like, share, because we want to bring the best of the best guests for you and also interact with you so that we can answer your questions. So it's been a tremendous, tremendous meeting you, Justin. Beau, anything to add on, buddy?
No, I'm just thinking of the Leonard Skinner song, Sweet Home Alabama, when I hear Justin.
That's right.
I love it.
That was a good song back in the day, Sweet Home Alabama.
Still a good song.
Yeah, there's something about, people from Alabama. They're nice people. I don't know what it is, but they're just they're good people.
You're the man.
For sure. Thank you for adding so much value, Justin. Really appreciate it. And let's go. Hey, 2021 belongs to us, and let's take care of our finances and grow the money. Grow your money in real estate, in commercial investing, in, like you said, Justin, into apartments with me, hotels, senior assisted living, you name it. Or you can go for storage units or what's the other one? Mobile home parks. A lot of different ways out there, right? Beau, anything last comments, bud, before I sign off?
Nope. It was a great episode today, great show, and I'm got a busy day like we all do probably. Yep. It's amazing. We're 22 days into the new year, and I haven't been this busy, to be honest with you. I haven't been the last 2 or 3 weeks. I have not been this busy in a long, long time. I mean, it's just like all I do is go to the gym, get in my office at 6:30, and it's like, before I know it, it's like 6 o'clock at night, and it's just like nonstop talking to people. People are buying and selling real estate like crazy right now. It's amazing, really.
I want to kudos that, because our active campaign funnels and ads, they're working so great. We have gained 112 investors in just few months, and these are high net worth investors, Beau, who want to put $100,000 to $1 million with my next deal coming up, whenever it comes. I mean, it's exciting. And actually right after this, I've got 3 appointments to talk to the fresh new investors. So if anybody's looking for investing in great, great returns, that's the way to do it. See you next week, bud.
Bye.
All right.
All right.